quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Holding, proceeding.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Straight ahead is Hall. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ball again on second down. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Broncos at 5 and 7 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, some strong running. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you've probably talked about since training camp. knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Jones. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 15 carries, 52 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, It's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in the playoff push right now.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On second and very short, Jones on the screen. This is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Jones.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
All over your feet, baby.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
They'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
Running right through him. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Let's go, y'all. Check.
Throwing is Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And he's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Here we go.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man open. It's Sutton. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now Wilson on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to run it out of bounds. So the incomplete, certainly what they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
Taking it about the 16. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Jones from the gun on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And the Jets will take over. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took it a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go. Set.
Wilson will throw again.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this 3rd quarter play. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete, right side to Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give to Edmonds. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 24. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the end route.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
second and goal. Williams will try again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give them credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Denver's offense now set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
New York set to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Okay, right.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And able to connect with Berrios. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again, Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the 39, Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, You really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Denver, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways.